Hey, good morning, guys. It is just about time to get started here for the first of our Saturday rides for our winter series. I have been pretty sick the last few days. I had the flu, got the flu about a week ago. I had it last Friday, so this is day 9 for me. Day 9 of being sick. And honestly, it's not better. It's mostly better. I mean, I was out of commission for a couple days. And then really I couldn't do much of anything. I probably could have done a little bit yesterday. Kind of feeling crappy this morning, but it's just 9 days is just too much to wait. And I've had this winter series now created. I had it created for the last few weeks, and it's just not, I tried to start it last week, and a couple canyons over there. It's just been tough to kind of get my butt off the couch, and I don't even think I left the house until 2 days ago. So it's we'll see. But I'm excited about the winter series this year. Excited about building these long rides on the weekends like we did last year. Excited about putting more running into it this year than in prior years. So we'll see how it goes. 45 seconds till we go. I probably should say hello to everybody. That is if my Zwift companion app will comply, which it's not doing. Because why should every day be easy? The first thing to do when your Zwift companion app is not cooperating is to make sure you have your Wi-Fi on, which I do, and then just restart the companion app and hope that it latches on. There's the companion app. We are off. And it's not connecting. Of course, because why should the first ride be easy? There we go. Now we're getting it. There we go. I know I'm grumpy today. Alright, let me just kind of introduce this ride here and then I'll get back. If you guys want a copy of the schedule for the winter program, reach out to me. I can send it to you on email. I'm going to send it to a bunch of you guys whose emails I have. I know, I'm coughing like crazy. Alright, I'm pushing like 95 watts here, but honestly that's a little bit light. Just trying to get a little bit warmed up. I haven't been on the bike since, last Wednesday. So we're talking close to 10 days, 11 days without being on the bike. Yeah, the cough. Mickey had, I think, COVID. Sorry, Mickey, divulging your medical history. Who else we got here? Chris Myers is now in. Good to see. Glenn is working on a workout. That's Eric. Amy. Good to see Amy here. Josh, Romans, Dave, Dan, Suhas. Good to see you. I don't know who Love Me Dead. I don't know your name, but we'll get you soon, I'm sure. And Megan and Mickey. I don't know if we got more of them on, more people on here. I know that is a good solid amount of people here for ride number 1. If you guys are with me all through the winter, pushing this back, I think now brought it to like mid-April for the final PRL full weekend. As you all know, that's where you gotta send your kids away. You gotta send them to grandma's house for that day. And sorry, I'm gonna be coughing the whole way today. We are 1 mile in. This is so the Eastern 8 course. I don't believe is super challenging. I think we're gonna go through a little dinosaur park probably twice. So up those climbs one way, and then we'll do a bigger loop and then come back and do it again another way. But 30-something miles should take us, even with the hills, guessing about an hour and 40 minutes. Somewhere around there. I don't know if anyone's going to be riding too hard. I certainly will not be. I can start to feel my my sweat glands. Yeah, Chris, you're way ahead of us. I don't know how that happened, but hopefully we'll kind of catch up. I don't know why they put you there. Chris showed up a little bit late. Usually the algorithms here are just never clean. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, you can see your dot way ahead, Chris. It says you're a minute and a half in front, but I don't think you're that far. We can see you. There she is. At least I think that's her. I told you, man, flu. Horrible. I mean, I'd love to be able to get a workout. I just don't know how hard I want to push today. It was terrible. I mean, I was doing really well. I had about, I don't know, a month of very high consistency. And then boom. You know, and not only is it flu, but it's like, when you're older, you lose 10 days of exercise. You're going to lose endurance, you're going to lose strength. So time to work on getting some of that stuff back. So when it comes to riding, we're going to be riding as a group for the series on Saturdays. We'll be riding on Monday nights. That will also be a group ride. And then we'll be riding on Wednesday nights. Wednesday nights will be some sort of challenge. We're going to do them through the club. I know that initially I said that the first challenge would be an FTP test, but it's not. It's going to be a race next week. We're going to do a race next week with an FTP test the week after. And we'll see from there. But I'm actually going to miss Wednesday's race. I'm going to be in New York City. But those will be the days that we ride. Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. I might sneak in a few other ones, just as part of Ironman training. I really should be doing probably another 2 rides some point or another, but those will likely be just kind of like whenever I can fit them in kind of rides, and they'll be zone 2 easy days. And I'll likely add you guys and invite you, but I just never know when they're going to be. Hard to schedule. But I think that the main points of training, the main points of the workouts are in the winter series. And then we're going to run. Sunday will be long runs. They'll cap out at about a half marathon eventually. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays will be either some sort of distance run, some sort of timed run, so like run for 45 minutes, for example, or some sort of run workout. All of the runs will be put through the club because we can't really keep everyone together anyway. Is the World Cup on now? It's probably the second game, right? I think the final is tomorrow, Megan. Wow. High scoring match. 1-1 after 10 minutes. I gotta tell you, my body is like sweating like a little, it's not ordinary. My body's like, wow, what is this what we're doing here? Everything has kind of like been lit up. You know how like almost like a clammy sweat. It's probably not smart for me to be doing this today. That's alright, we're gonna do it anyway. Stay hydrated, get through it. I'm happier riding at this 130, 135 wattage. I'd love to see my cadence up to 80, 85, but I'm not going to push it today. 80, 85 is somewhat normal for me, but just trying to survive this one, really. 3.5 miles in. That is beyond the 10% mark for you mathematically inclined folks. I can't wait for the Scotland World to be added, although I think that that's going to be potentially just like a Zwift side quest or something. I don't know if they're going to open it up as the full world. I hope they do. So the winter series will go right on through Christmas and New Year's as if they don't even exist. My thought is, I don't think either is on a Saturday, right? So my thought is if you can do the rides and the runs on your own at whatever time you can, that's great. I will try to put something together for the group anyway, which I think they're Wednesdays, right? Let me check the schedule. Christmas is it's actually a Sunday. Is that true? Why did I think it was midweek? No, it's Sunday. So Christmas Eve we'll do our ride. That's next week. We'll do our ride probably around the same time. I don't have the schedule in front of me. I forget what we're doing for week 2. I think it's one of the French courses, like the 40-mile ones. I'll have to check the schedule again. I should have adjusted my weight and I didn't. So when I got back from Memphis, which was now what, like almost 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? I got back from Memphis 2 weeks ago, and I weighed 229. This is up 16 pounds from the low, which was back in August at 213. 213 was down 47 pounds from the high, which was on New Year's Day of 2022. So it's been 8 months dropping a ton of weight, and then spent 3 months gaining some. And now we're kind of on the way back. The flu has helped. I think I'm somewhere around 223 right now. Did not weigh myself this morning. Although, I take that back. I weighed myself, but I didn't do it at the normal time. Normally I get out of bed, I roll out of bed, go to the bathroom, step on the scale, and that's my weight. This morning, Steph had to go, so she was in the bathroom. I went down, I ate breakfast, which was oatmeal, 2 packets of oatmeal. I drank some coffee and some water, and weighed myself at 225.5, which is not official because of eating and drinking beforehand. But so I have to be below that, is what I'm saying. I'm guessing around 223, 224. Again, the idea is to lose 5 pounds a month through July. Really end of June. And that should get me to my goal weight, but it's going to get tough. This first month is going to be pretty easy. And really, if I've gone from 229 down to 223, I've kind of done it already. Thank you, flu. Alright, so this is the end. Right, we already passed the, I didn't even pay attention. We're heading up to the dyno park here. I'm assuming we're going to go right through it. We'll go up this little hill and then we're going to make a right into the park at some point. Here you see the intersection on the map on the top right. And that will head us towards sort of the first climbing stage, the first climbing area, which is not really very vicious, guys. I got myself on about 20%, 180 for Des Moines. That's a solid goal. Where are you now, Mike? 210? 200? We gotta put the clamp on, man, that's all. Put the clamp on the mouth when it comes to the snacks. 200 now? You can do it. Des Moines is like May or June. Yeah, he does, Mickey. Yeah, he does. Sorry, Mike, I love you, man. I tell you what, though, it is hard. one of the reasons we're here, guys, is just to kind of, you know, spend time amongst athletes. I tell you what, one of the things I've always felt, and it goes beyond just like training, is that you, as a human, I think most people adapt to your surroundings as best as you can. And it's very few people that can just set their routine on their own. And some of it's like, all right, you work at the same place every day and you have certain parameters you have to work around. But when you find yourself kind of around people who have bad habits, a lot of times you adapt their bad habits, whether it's eating too often or not working out. I mean, anything really. Just having bad attitude. I mean, one of the reasons I used to hate going to work was just, I'd get there and everyone around me just always seemed miserable. And when everyone around you seems miserable, it's hard to be happy. You know? So, it's just one of those things. When you spend time amongst people who are productive and positive, you tend to be more productive and positive. So you got to find those people and you got to hold on to them. Marathon training made you hungry. It does. It does that for people. A lot of people. Especially towards the end. But you're also growing muscle. You know, you're also growing muscle. Alright, so we kind of, you can see on the map on the top right there, they have a little bit of the elevation. And we've kind of, there's 3 lumps. So we just finished lump 1. And it's still a little rolling in this park, but shortly we'll be headed up lump 2, which is sort of the main climb. Excuse me. And then a tiny lump 3 that you cannot underestimate because it's annoying. Good to see Roman's back out here with the bad shoulder. Soon you get that swimming back. This Titan Grove KOM is the climb. Now we are on it. Fun to sweat again. I haven't sweat from exercise in weeks. Well, 10 days. So it's nice to feel good about that. About 20% of the way done here. Now most of us should have this badge already. Although it was a new course. This one is not a course that we did last year. In our Ride Every Courses quest. So you may not have this. I know I did it right after we finished so I could get the badge. Ooh. Little typo there, Josh, but clean it up there. I don't know what kind of rest you're talking about, Josh. Interestingly enough, I'll shoot out a warning to everyone who is listening. Some friends did a very closed group ride the other day. They all knew each other well. And apparently they were just dropping F-bombs in conversation left and right and kind of having fun and joking around. The kind of things that you do with people who you know very well. And after the ride, Zwift sent them an email and put them on watch or partial suspension or some stuff like that, where they're unable to use the chat feature for like a week, something like that. And I don't know if there's like a strike system or what too, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So the Zwift language police are out in full force. Just be mindful. I think Todd got an additional punishment. Is that a copyright strike right there, Romans? That might be a copyright strike. I'm kind of liking this intensity here. Just 160 watts for me is exactly what I want. So push it up a little bit up the hill because I should be getting some sort of pushback, but I really can't push it today. This flu is just, I can't make it worse. Just want us to keep nice and easy. A little bit of resistance is good, but I will not be driving the speed of the group today for sure. We need Ron back, by the way. Ron's on vacation, I think, enjoying his time. He'll be back. Greg is not here today. I think he was thinking about coming. I think he was running today, but I don't know. I think it conflicts with another ride for him. All right, good luck, Glenn. Let's go. Whew. Eight miles in, a little under 25 to go. Almost at the top of the hill at least. Looks like we dropped someone here. I don't know who it is. I feel like we have one more. Did someone stop pedaling at the back there? I don't know. It's not Suhas. Thought there was a green dot behind. No, maybe we're all together. All right, guys, we're almost here at the top. Keep pedaling. Just keep pedaling. We're gonna get through this little arch. A little stack of rocks here. We're not going far after this. We're just doing, I think, another loop back and maybe a big loop around. And I feel like we're going to do this hill again from the opposite side at some point. Nice work. We made up that hill pretty quick. And once you crest it, you're fine. We're going to kind of ease our way down. Again, if you stop pedaling, it's fine. You should go pretty fast down these hills. We always like to clear these things. So interestingly, when you go downhill, they don't really take care. I mean, this is not a good simulation. Like I haven't downshifted. I mean, now I'm at 0% here, but so we're gonna go up a little bit of a knob here, and it's annoying because it gets a little steep. And you kind of feel like looking at the picture like you're done. You went over the big little lump in the middle. And for those of you who have done this little course on your own, you know that like right over here is a point where you do have to climb a little bit more. Might be this right here. So, you know, especially if you're racing or if you're trying to set a KOM record going up that thing, when you finish and then you come here and you're like, oh, this is just a little tiny thing, but it's a pain in the butt. You guys are pulling me up here too, like this isn't reflective of my real speed. See Suhas there getting a little boost from the rubber band. There's Jarvis going to get the honey. Never quite gets it. Chris has the B kit back on. wearing my Maryland shirt. I thought this was a different shirt. No wonder why it feels tight. I did one of these things where I went through all of my shirts. You know what happens is you go through your shirts, you stack them up, and then you just take the ones off the top. And so you keep rotating the ones off of the top, because once they're clean, they go back in the box, they go back, or the drawer or whatever, they go back on the top. So you have ones on the bottom that you never use. So I try to rotate some of them around. And I think the Muscleman shirt is the same color. My Muscleman shirt is an XL. It fits nice. My Maryland shirt is an L, and it's old, and it's tight. Might not be so tight if I had kept that weight off. I didn't realize I was wearing it until just now. So I was weighing myself during the flu every morning, and I did get down, so I was 229 coming back from Memphis, and I got the flu. I dropped a couple off. I was down to like 227 or 226, and I got the flu, went all the way down to 221. And the last couple days, I started to get my appetite back a bit, and I've been letting myself eat because I feel like I need to. Yeah, well, some of us actually ran that day. Maybe not a full marathon, but we went to a barbecue place after we did the Memphis Marathon. I did 18 miles, so I didn't do the marathon, but Chris did it. Aaron Shepard did it. They did awesome. And then we went to barbecue. Because what else do you do when you're in Memphis besides see Elvis? A little over 10 miles done now. It's about 30%. A little more than 30% probably. I don't go to Graceland. I was in Memphis, so I felt the presence of Elvis. I was tired, man. You guys got up at like 8 o'clock in the morning to go see Elvis's grave. I would say Memphis, by far and away, any marathon I've done, had sort of the largest amount of random people giving you food. I got offered 3 donuts, took one, booze, Got offered a whiskey shot a couple times. Got offered a couple beers. And I only ran 18 miles. God forbid those last six or those last 8, probably even more. And then when I bailed, they gave me a shot of Fireball, which I actually did take, and pizza. I stopped at an aid station. The guy's like, "Oh, I'll go sit in my chair. I'll bring you some pizza. You want a shot of Fireball?" Gotta love Memphis. I've never been there before, but definitely an inviting place. Y'all getting snow in Illinois? We had very interesting yesterday. It was it snowed everywhere north of us, and there was like a little on the map. There was like a little cutout. It was like there was a snow line, and there's a little cutout where we live, and we didn't get anything. We got rain all day. Somehow it stayed warm here. $18 We in North Dakota, man. Hey, how did North Dakota do yesterday? I saw him on TV. Steph didn't want to watch it. We watched a movie with my 13-year-old. We watched The Lovely Bones. She's a pick-me-upper. Very upbeat movie. Being sarcastic. But it is a good movie. It's a downer. They won, huh? I think they were down in the beginning. They're always in it. Sending a lot of people to the NFL there too these days. I am going to take a gel here today. This is a gel that was left over from last year. I think they do have, they usually do have, oh, there it is. I can't read that. Expiration dates. But seriously, how much can I lose? Campfire s'mores. Pretty darn good. That was seriously left over from last year's BRL full. I have three more of them sitting here too. Excuse me. Haven't done many rides where I needed a gel since then. And even this one, I don't think I normally would take it. So here's my rule of thumb. A couple rules of thumb. 1 bottle of water per hour should go down. That's actually based off a sweat test I took a few years ago, but which has probably changed since then. But still, it's still a pretty good rule of thumb. If I'm going to ride close to an hour and a half or more, I will try to start incorporating some sort of nutritional component to that. If I'm outside running, which I don't, let's be honest, how often do I do that? I kind of do it by mile, and right around anything north of like 5 miles, I will start to bring, I'll always bring water, but I'll definitely bring some sort of nutrition component to anything over 5 miles. And sometimes it's not that you need it, but when you have a chance to practice, you should take it. Half the battle is seeing what your stomach can handle and then not exceeding that, because once you exceed that, that puts you in a bad place. And I'm glad that I learned that the hard way on practice runs and not on race day. Too much sugar, or sometimes the wrong kinds of sugar. Just don't agree. About 40% through here. That's true. That is true. So someone gave me a good tip, which was to take your, if you do powder mixed with water, to put the powder in those the noon containers, and that way you can just pour it out. I don't know, it depends on the powder, I guess, if it's big enough. But then you can carry those noon containers around filled with the powder, which I didn't think was a bad idea. But I do a lot of my practice rides with Gatorade Endurance. I'm not using it today, but typically I'll even go online and I'll buy it. I'll buy the bottles because that's what they use at Ironman, at least most of the Ironman races. Always check, because I feel like Canada doesn't use the Gatorade. Canada uses something else. I think there's some sort of import issue with the endurance formula. Not enough water, huh? Yeah. Especially with those cups they're handing out, it's like, what do you do? I never liked carrying the water bottles with me during a marathon. I always what I typically do with a marathon is I'll put gels in my pocket and I'll try to take one every 4 or 5 miles and drink the water. That's typically what I do. I will say usually towards the end, those gels are getting a little bit too hard to handle. And then what I'll do is I'll switch over to just taking Gatorade. If I feel like my belly's starting to get like it feels like a brick of freaking gel in there, I'll just go over to the Gatorade. You're still getting some calories. All right. I haven't been paying attention to where we are. Are we going back into the park here? What are we doing? We kind of went around. I feel like this is the park entrance here. So we looped around again. We're not going back through the park. My bet is that we're going to go all the way around Tempest Fusion again. So we're going to pass this. Where'd you go, Chris? Are you behind? I see one trailer back there. There you are. You're gonna come. You'll get back in. Come on. Are you back in? Oh, I'm gonna look at my map. Oh, you're not back in. You're far back. How did that happen? Another little route over there. Did you see that? Something new, maybe? Alright, so yeah, we're going to go back around. There's going to be a KOM over here. Got this Fuego Flats reverse, which is a few miles. 16 minutes of riding here. I'm sorry you fell back there, Chris. I would say we'd kind of wait up for you. But I would never be able to help you get back right now. And Glenn is doing a workout. And just hang in there. Do your best. Do what you can do. I'm sorry. I don't even think if we held back like you're gonna latch on. It seems like you never latched on. All right, a little over 50 minutes done here, approaching the halfway point. Excuse me. So I think that we're going to go here, right? We're going to do this little 16, 17 minute KOM, and then we're going to go back through the Titans Grove Park and go up the hills the opposite direction. That will be close to the finish. My guess then is that we'll loop back around to the right, which is going to be back kind of underneath the underwater bridge, and kind of over to the finish, which is going to probably be near, my guess, the start of where we started this morning. Honestly, I think this is probably a good ride for me. It's not too harsh. Suhas, good to still see you here, buddy. Not too harsh for climbing. Not too brutal. Mostly flat. So, not a bad ride for my first one back from the flu. It does appear it's going to take us closer to 2 hours. All right, so we're at the halfway point right about now. Maybe an hour and 50. Where did we drop there? Suhas? Alright, you got an hour in, brother. Oh, was it you? I don't know. Keep going, man, if you can. See what we got. Burned some good calories this morning. Doing pretty good there, Chris. You're hanging in there. Not too far back. Not sure if you have this badge or not. But you're halfway done now, so you might as well stick around. Although you did start late, so who knows if they'll give it to you. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. So tomorrow's run, if anyone feels like doing it, will be done through the club. I think I set it up for 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be doing 4 miles. Again, kind of coming off the flu here. I'm going to treat it really easy. The long runs will start at 4 miles and start building up. I think about a half mile each week. Eventually we will kind of have a couple of pullback weeks, especially when we have a big ride on Saturday. Like once we start doing sort of the epically long rides on Saturday, we'll be pulling back on our Sunday run. And again, you can join as many or as few of those as you like. Clearly, when we're running, the conversation is not very lively. It's hard to type and run at the same time. I do not recommend it. All right, here we go, an hour in. A little rubber band action. Glenn is in the middle of a pretty solid set of speed there, 2.9 watts per kilogram. Pulling the whole group there, Glenn. One hour in. I just said that, right? My brain. I'm getting old. 18 miles done. Under 15 to go. Feel good. You're considerably more than halfway done here. Right on target, 1 bottle of water gun. What do you got there, Josh? All right, good stuff. Good stuff, Dave. Good to see you, man. We'll hopefully see you next week. I'm actually going to be out of town Tuesday through Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday, I'll be in a hotel, so I can do the run on the hotel treadmill. Yeah, I noticed that. Like, Glenn was pumping 2.9, and all of a sudden people are passing him. I think it's just the rubber band. Approaching the end here of this KOM segment in about a minute. Yeah, I mean, usually we're going about 20, right? We're on flat ground here. So yeah, Glenn pushing 2.9 watts per kilogram. Usually we'd be in the 20 miles plus. I agree. Now we're 23. Go figure. Who knows? It's frustrating. I mean, we made it through there in 13:44. When I'm on my own, I do it in 16 minutes. I mean, granted, I haven't been racing. Even that 16 minutes, I've just been riding. So it did pull us through fairly quickly. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of casually riding this. Not really pushing hard. Getting a good sweat, which is good. Kind of a weird turn there, huh? Let's see if it... I think it's going to keep us going left here, I would guess. "20 miles in, guys. It's pretty good. A little over 12 to go. Starting to lose my voice a little too. Not the cough. Alright, yep, so we're going to make a left here. Which keeps us out of the desert. Probably back up through Titans Grove, I would guess. This will be our final climbing section. Yeah, I gotta work on my VO2 max. I think that's where I have a big hole in my game. I don't do enough sprinting, high energy sprints. And I really kind of need to work on that. My VO2 max is 40. It's kind of been consistently there for the better part of the year. I feel like it need to be a lot higher. But I tell you, even though I'm in like decent shape, I mean, I ran 18 miles. Well, I kind of walked a couple of loads, but you know, still, I got myself 18 miles a couple of weeks ago. And then I go to basketball practice with my daughter, and I sprint up and down the court a couple times, and I'm like, geez. Time to exhaustion, huh? Steady. Alright, back to Titans Grove. This time we'll be going the opposite direction. I find this way to be, I hate to say it, a little bit kinder. It feels a little easier to me. But now, after I already climbed it once and being over an hour into a ride, it should be a little more difficult on this time around. If you're just riding it, I know Glenn's doing the workout, so he's not going to really feel affected. There you go. Almost done, man. You've been crushing it. Chris, you're hanging in there. I see you. You're still 4 minutes back, but that's not so bad. See, like I didn't really change my pedal stroke there or my watts too hard. I didn't pedal hard, and all of a sudden I'm in the front. That's the rubber band doing weird rubber bandy things. It's like Glenn is now off of his 2.9. Probably into a recovery set here. "22 miles in, a little over 10 to go." As we start this last climbing section of the day. And again, if you remember last year's rides, this climb here is really nothing to what some of the stuff we're going to be doing later this year. And next year, actually, I should say. Josh crushing it. And Amy. Up over 3 watts per kilo. Good work up front. More than 2/3 of the way done here, guys. Well, here's some resistance for me. I don't think I've gotten over 200 yet today. It's kind of the plan, but sticking with it. Ten miles to go. Getting close to the top of this first hump here. Yeah, Chris, unfortunately, I think you're going to really drop back here. It's kind of challenging for one person to get up alone. Keep working, keep working. I've been there. I've been there doing the epic reverse up the radio tower by myself. That was miserable. Good stuff. All right, getting to the top of this little first hill here, 1 of 3. Getting close to Jarvis again, I think. Closing in on 1,000 feet of elevation here too. There's Jarvis, just fell down. Get up, Jarvis. Let me see him get back on that tree. There he is. Come on. Nah. There he goes. Alright, 2.7 sounds better, but that's still pretty hard, Glenn. You're crushing it, man. For me, that'd be 270 watts, maybe 260. That would be a lot of watts for a set, a long set. That's why I gotta lose weight. Lose the weight. Alright, we are on this is the meat end of the climb, the bigger portion of the middle section climb here. We got another about 2.5 minutes to go, it looks like. Until we hit the top at least. You know, we got the little third lump after this one, and really it should be smooth sailing after that. Largely smooth sailing. Maybe a couple little lumps coming out of the tube, the aquarium tube, but really mostly flat. Glenn and Josh and Eric pulling the load here. Roman's doing a good job. Amy picking it up there. Megan. There's the top. Yeah, great. Perfect time for the feather after we've done all the climbing today. Apparently I haven't done that segment in a while. No records of it there. I've done it in the last 90 days, I think that means. Eight miles to go. Hang in there for another 8 miles, especially if you need that badge. Hit one more gel for the day. That one was Chocolate Outrage. Chocolate was good. I don't know about the Outrage. Feeling sort of even-tempered. All right. Let's see. Got this last little bump here, and then 7.5 miles. You know, when you're doing a ride that's over 30 and you see 7.5 miles left, you're like, oh good, almost done. Well, that's a pretty good portion of a ride. You do still have a good amount of time left here. It probably won't be more than a half hour, probably like 20-25 minutes, but not 25 minutes probably. Here's a little T-Rex. Hey bud. Should have Jarvis battle the T-Rex. Nah, that wouldn't be fair. Jarvis would get crushed. Jarvis is rather friendly. I'm getting a lot of bear stuff, bear videos on my my YouTube Shorts scroll. I think that's probably because I watch a lot of Rogan. I don't watch a lot of Rogan, but I watch some of his clips. Like, I don't tune in every day or anything. And they're talking about sort of the difference between like how lions and tigers attack and how bears attack humans in particular. Although I guess it applies to every animal. And basically how you'd rather be attacked by a lion or a tiger. Because their motivation when they attack you initially is to kill you and get it over with quickly. And once you're dead, they will eat you. The bear, on the other hand, the bears have absolutely no interest in killing you. They just want to eat you. They will just basically lay on top of you and begin eating you. And they don't care if you're alive or not. That's kind of brutal. Come on, Yogi. Imagine he just doesn't like the taste then, he just kind of moves on. Yeah, we don't get a lot of tigers out here either. We have mountain lions. We do have mountain lions. But they don't really attack a lot of humans out here. Bobcats. We do get bear. But again, rare that we hear about a bear attack. They kind of mind themselves mostly. Six and a half miles to go. Kind of cresting this last little piece here. 1,200 feet of climbing. 90 minutes in here today. Six miles to go. Some of these will go by quickly here. Down this hill. We're going to get out of this park though and make a right, I think. Well, here's the end of the park. So actually we won't get a lot of that downhill. Great job so far, guys. Really excellent job here today. Now you'll see Chris has dropped off, but she'll be back in a few minutes. I saw you. You kept up nicely there, Chris. You're doing good work. You're only like 4 minutes back. I think you dropped off the little chat grouping here. 9 people plus 10 people left today. That's a really good group for a Saturday ride. Some good speed built up here, 26 miles an hour. Hopefully help make these last 5 miles go by nice and quickly. Should be less than 20 minutes. All right, Glenn. Keep at it, brother. Almost done. $28 miles in. Oh no, Suhas, great ride, man. You are only 4.5 miles from the badge. It's a big one. It's a big one. A lot of experience points. I'm just saying. Oh, he's out. Good job, Suhas. I feel like Mike has this one. I don't know why. Come on, baby. Under 4 miles to go. I do feel a little flu-y. Suhas is upset that he didn't finish it. He didn't realize there's only 4 miles to go. But that was his longest ride, so. So he's got to be happy with that. 3.5 miles. Feeling pretty good here, guys. Glenn's crushing today, man. Back to the desert over here. Over the little bridge. This bridge will slow us down a little bit. Just about at the 30-mile point. 2.5 miles left here. Really starting to lose my voice. I don't feel as bad as I kind of thought I was going to, which is good. That's a good thing. Tomorrow's 4 miles will be nice and easy. I'll be running 4 miles. I haven't done a run since, no, I did do one run. I did a small run. I was going to say since Memphis. I did a 2-mile run. That was just a small one to make sure that everything was working on my Zwift. Alright. 2 miles left to go. It looks like we're going to end probably at the sprint KOM. If I was feeling good right now, if I wasn't fluey, I would unload all I had into this one. But I don't think that's smart for me to do right now. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to just cool down. Looks like we're going to finish in about, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. Never did quite see Chris catch up on the screen here. Hope you're still out there working hard, Chris. Get it finished, get it done. Mile and a half. Which, yes, will be Christmas Eve, but yes, we'll be riding. There we go. We're actually going to go a little, looks like we're going to go a little bit past the finish of this KOM. There's Chris on the screen too. You're not too far back, Chris. You'll get it done in under 2 hours. Waking up the quads today for the first time in 10 days. Good stuff. What do you think my average here? I'm going to go with 131 average watts. There is the, you can see the gate up ahead. Let's see what we got. $133. All right, pretty good. 148 total time. Let's see if we got close to 1,000. See if we got close to 1,000 calories burned. I think it'll be just shy. Great job, guys. Great ride. A lot of fun. 834 calories. So that's, you know, that's kind of what you expect when you ride it pretty easy. Let's end this ride. Yep, here's the map. You can see kind of how we did things, and felt pretty good. Everything probably really pretty even. You can see the climbs here where we started climbing. First on the way out of the Titans Grove and then the way back. And good ride today, guys. Really good group. Good to see you guys back and getting after it. And we'll be here again for, again, we'll run tomorrow 4 miles. That ride is set up through the Team Ordinary Club. We will ride 75 minutes the Mech Isle Loop in the McCurry Islands World. That will be on Monday night. That one's already set up. So if you want an invitation, let me know. A Tuesday night we're going to be running. That one's not set up yet, so that's kind of where we're at. And then Wednesday will be a team club. It'll be done, a ride done in the club. We'll do a race. It'll be a similar course to this. We're doing the Sand and Sequoias course, but it will be set up as a race. So you're kind of on your own, and it's up to you to get it done as hard as you can go. I will not be there, unfortunately. So I'll be in New York, and unless I can find a ride like a trainer, chances of me actually being able to be on that ride are going to be none. So I will do that on my own somehow, some way, but unfortunately I won't be able to do it with the group. That's all I got for you guys today. And yeah, and Wednesday, make sure you get there early too. Get warmed up. Make sure, you know, when you do those races, you don't want to just start cold. Those are terrible. So get yourself a couple of minutes, 10 minutes to get warmed up and loose and before we get going. And I don't know. Good ride today. Great job today. I know, Chris, you're still out there. Keep it up. Keep pedaling. You're almost done. You got about, what, 3 minutes to go. And that's it. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.